to ask about the money for ports in the bill.
For what, sorry?
The money for
ports, yeah.
in the bill. How will that help the supply chain issues that the U.S. is facing right now? I know that's something that you've said often when you're talking about the supply chain is a help.
Yeah, let me offer a couple examples. I mean, one is that we need to make sure our ports are as efficient as possible, right? And there are cases where more technology, sometimes physical technology around the berths, but sometimes it's more to do with the systems that help the different players talk to each other. Remember, port's not a single entity, right? You got the port itself, which is kind of like a landlord. Then you got the terminal operators. Then you got the truckers, and all of them are interacting with competing shipping companies, right, to try to efficiently move these containers. They need to be able to exchange and share data. We'll definitely want to support ways to do that. So that's an example. Some of it's multimodal. If you see a backup of ships at a port, it might actually be because of something that's not so much on board the ships, but inland. That's why I was pointing to that example in Savannah, serving Savannah, where we have an inland port so you can rush those containers out of that precious port space and then sort them out, and then it'll be more efficient and more speedy. So those are a couple examples. Let me point to one third thing. The idea of the Healthy Ports Initiative. So there are a lot of emissions around ports, from the ships themselves, from the trucks, from the equipment. And right now, one thing that is tough is the neighborhoods that are close to them feel that impact, including in increased asthma rates in what are, by the way, disproportionately Black and Latino neighborhoods. The Healthy Ports Initiative helps electrify them so that you don't have to worry about the emissions. And to me, that goes hand in hand with those efficiency gains that we're trying to drive.
I wanted to follow up also, you mentioned truckers. Have you thought about at all relaxing motor carrier regulations further to allow people 18 to 20 to participate and to be truck drivers?
So I believe there is a provision in this legislation. Yeah, exactly. But we got to be very careful about safety. And so the way the provision works is it's a mentorship type, apprenticeship type of initiative that tries to manage the potential for there to be a safety trade-off. We want as many people to be qualified drivers as possible, but never at the expense of safety. And we'll always look at other steps we can take. But let me mention, we've got to just make truck driving a better job. Truck drivers, there's a reason the turnover is so high. And the way they're compensated, they're often not compensated for their time, which means that their time is wasted freely, sometimes when they're waiting for a load at a port, for example. Truckers have not had the option to work from home on Zoom. They are the absolute backbone of a big part of our supply chain. We need to respect and, in my view, compensate them better than we have.
Thank you.